Here's the top Israeli streamer's video about it, which is entitled, Twitch does not want Jews on their platform. He explains that they slowly started to realize no accounts could be made, and him and his fellow Israeli streamers were causing a lot of noise to get noticed, but Twitch completely ignored them for 5 months. When he created a support ticket with Twitch, it was straight up deleted with zero explanation.
Again, what did you say earlier that Dan Clancy did? Oh, eliminated 900 jobs. Do you think that that might have something to do with this kind of response? Do you think that this might have something to do with a ticket not being sent up the line and them realizing? Because here's what happened: they set after October 7th. I think they banned new signups, not old signups. If you already had a Twitch account, you were fine. But new signups from Israel and from Palestine, right? It was, from the entire area. Specifically, I think, to avoid having people post like graphic images of gore. And then they undid, there's 2 ways that you can verify on phone or on email. I'm trying to remember. They rolled back one of them. They did not roll back the other one until they were made aware that this was still going on.
Around the end of the year, when people started talking about anti-Semitism on Twitch, Dan Saltman discovered the Israel ban when he was sent the code proving the block happened, presumably from someone who works at Twitch, and it could no longer be ignored. Israeli and American media started to pick up the story, which finally forced Twitch to respond. He also explains the block started on October 13th, which happens to be Global Jihad.
It just happens to be the Global Day of Jihad. No, it didn't have anything to do with it being right after this event. No, it's definitely because of the Global Day of Jihad. That's what Dan Clancy said. He got on the phone and he was like, y'all, this is the Global Day of Jihad. You know what you got to do? Ban all the Israeli new accounts from signing up. That's right. Go make it happen. I'm just like, he's calling to mind an image of Dan as like some kind of a militant. Like, I'm imagining Dan Clancy as like a militant now.
Day when Islamic terrorists call on others globally to act, which he thinks is an odd coincidence. They were never notified in any way, and it greatly affected their business. He says he doesn't feel safe with Dan Clancy in power, as he feels he can no longer trust him. When Israelis try to sign up, it gives you a generic error message. It doesn't say anything to suggest that you're ineligible because you're in Israel. So when one of these guys wrote to Twitch customer service, this is what they said: I am really sorry that you are having issues creating an account. We have reviewed your case thoroughly and can confirm that unfortunately...
Like, Dan has just driven this argument into the ground, and the more he tries to make the argument, the more he sounds like incoherent. You can see, though, Ethan's kind of like trimmed some of the edges of this argument. Like, I don't think he's going to go off on the thing where they're like, and guess where the support was routed to? It was routed to Egypt. Egyptian people are famous for hating Israelis. Like, yeah, that's literally where Dan goes with that. I think he's learned from some of Dan's mistakes.
Unfortunately, you are not eligible to create a Twitch account. As a result, we will be closing...
Yeah, I was saying that earlier. Yeah, it wasn't just Israel that was... it wasn't just Israeli signups that were banned. Palestinian signups were banned as well.
Under the new increased scrutiny, Dan Clancy panicked and posted 2 terrible explanations on Twitter that were immediately community noted.
How can Twitch say on one hand that they've reviewed the case thoroughly, and then on the other hand say it was an accident and they didn't know? This is all very fishy. A big media company like Twitch doesn't realize that their new account signups from Israel has completely flatlined? You're telling me that you guys didn't notice that? That's impossible. Then, at the same time, it was announced that Sneako, Fresh and Fit, and the little Houthi twink terrorist,
Sneako, who, as we remember, loves Sabra,
were all unbanned and they could stream again on Twitch. This is like the holy trinity of anti-Semitism.
So guys, yeah, we're back on Twitch. Welcome. I know we had gotten banned or whatever, or we got suspended, but I went ahead and appealed it, and we're back in the house, man. So for all the haters out there that were like, oh yeah, they got banned on Twitch. Hey, be mad. Be mad, guys, because we are back in the house. They can't stop us.
They did stop them an hour later. All 3 of the accounts were eventually rebanned. But the
An hour later. Yeah, so I mean, like, it sounds like they have a ban appeal, and that's what he's saying. He did a ban appeal, and they revoked it. I don't know. That speaks more again to like the Twitch's lack of staff.
decision to unban those 3 creators at that exact time, and being 3 of the best.
At that exact time, yeah, no, it's because they were going after. We're gonna unleash Myron Gaines, Sneeko, and Rashid.
Internet seems to clearly be trying to send a message.
And here's a way to drive it home: the proof that you, the point that you haven't provided any proof for, that Rashid is anti-Semitic, right? But you're gonna put him up there with Fresh and Fit and with Sneeko, and just like, yep, there we go, 1, 2, 3 anti-Semites.
Discovered that Twitch's head of policy and community
Oh shit, he is going with this part.
guidelines was previously fired from her job publicly by the British government. Why? She does not like the Jews.
Is it that, or is it?
Their head
I don't know what his.
safety was previously suspended from her job at Ofcom for being too anti-Zionist.
And guess where her very next job was at? That's
Too anti-Zionist.
right, Twitch TV. Apparently she was posting pro-Hamas tweets only mere days after October 7th happened. That's so interesting.
Oh wait, are you gonna show us the
Sounds just like
pro-Hamas
like
tweets?
supporting terrorists is institutional. Hell, it might even be a prerequisite.
Take a look at this tweet from Twitch's senior manager of inclusive marketing, Bridget Chermating, on October 12th. People are posting screenshots of them donating to Israel relief funds. Shake my head, y'all are truly rooting for the oppressor. Read a damn book. This tweet was made only 5 days.
I'm sorry, was that the anti-Zionist like, what is he saying? Pro-Hamas. He said a pro-Hamas tweet.
After the October 7th massacre. The donations she's criticizing would go to families like this, if they were still alive. This entire family was murdered in cold blood by Hamas terrorists on October 7th. Bridget, who did these little girls oppress? How can you act so high and mighty for your...
Wait, what are you talking about? So it wouldn't go to them, but you're still going to use the... We're going to drag out the bodies for this, right? Because we don't have a good argument, but if we drag out fucking bodies of people that were murdered, then we can act like, are you against the people that were murdered? Mm-hmm. Well, you got to fire this woman if you're not against...
cause.
She's against the people that were murdered. They could have gotten a lot of money if they had been alive and... What?
Be so callous and inhuman for the innocents on the other side.
What? Literally what?
It was made by the senior manager for inclusive marketing. Is that some kind of joke? Is this what inclusion looks like at Twitch?
Is it really crazy at this point, after all this, to say that Twitch has an anti-Semitism problem? I think it would be harder at this point to argue the opposite.
Oh, Bridget, one more thing. Sorry, I forgot. Can you tell me the answer to this riddle? What's the difference between a Boy Scout and a Jewish kid? I'm standing by. Let us know. And yes, it's true. I should point out this tweet is from 2011. This one, however, is from 22. Sarah Silverman tweeted out, Kanye threatened the Jews yesterday on Twitter and it's not even trending. Why do mostly only Jews speak up against Jewish hate? The science is so loud. Bridget said, this was the energy I was around when I worked with 2 Jewish women in social impact who were both senior to me. She's trying to make Sarah Silverman seem like some kind of Jewish Karen for caring about anti-Semitism. I wouldn't really care about any of this if she wasn't the head of fucking diversity at Twitch. What the fuck is happening here? This is insane.
So with people like her deciding what is and isn't okay on Twitch, there's no surprise that you end up with these extraordinarily uneven enforcements of the rules. Take, for example, this clip of the streamer Destiny. He was permanently banned for what he said here.
That community is never worth engaging with. There's just no point in doing it. Like, it's too, the risk of me, like, ending up getting, like, permabanned and my life destroyed because of these, like, inbred fucking disgusting losers is, like, it's just not worth it. It's just totally not worth it.
And okay, fair enough. If you're going to be consistent with the enforcement, then, let's have a friendly place, a safe environment. It's calling a minority group inbred, which results in a permanent ban. Okay. Okay, has anyone else done that?
I didn't know that he was straight up going to complain about Destiny getting banned. I didn't know he was going to go there. Like, yeah, as much as, a lot of this takes stuff from Destiny's community, takes stuff from Destiny's, Reddit presence, and repackages it as something new that hasn't been answered and debunked a million times, and is not from a community of somebody that preys on his own community. We're gonna just go ahead and be like, yeah, and by the way, why is Destiny banned? Isn't that unfair? Hassan is still there and Destiny is banned. And, when you talk about calling people inbred, okay, Ethan is on record doing the same thing. I don't know why people do this, but...
The Jewish KKK brigades out there, just a bunch of fucking inbred hicks. Imagine the most...
So yeah, he's talking about the far right in Israel, and this is the universality of hogs, right? Hogs do not just exist in America. Hogs exist everywhere. And when you've got, bad, fucked up material conditions, those hogs tend to get into power.
Inbred.
And even though one set of hogs hates another set of hogs, at the end of the day, I don't know. I don't like the language of, calling people inbred, but
you can imagine. Okay.
That's what he's saying essentially. Yeah, Hicks is kind of that's what he's getting at.
Every week there was another fucking psychopathic settler, inbred fucking douchebag. Oh, these inbred fucking douchebags in the background, dude. A nation entirely comprised of messianic, inbred, ultra-orthodox psychopaths that these inbred don't understand. Educated, inbred, fundamentalist hicks.
Calling us in the middle of campus, calling us inbred, that we have no culture. One of them grabbed my friend's Israeli flag in the middle of campus, carried it to a mob by the gate that were communicating with the angry mobs outside of campus.
Untrained, inbred asses shipped into southern Lebanon, telling us that we are all inbred and that we have no culture.
You want to see clips?
Inbred.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It would have taken one more step in editing. There's a way that you can get the hand on top of the picture that you're adding, you're photoshopping on there. Oh my god, look at this. He was done with the video by now, by this time, right? He's not editing as hard as he did in the beginning.
Inbred.
Of all the things to try to catch Hassan on, this is the thing. There's a gazillion clips of Ethan saying this about, like, Orthodox Jews. Like, this is...
The clips are, and that's not necessarily the algorithm.
Hassan, a non-Jewish person, is referring to Jews.
Oh, I get it. It's okay for him to be weirdly self-hating and actually, this mystery, this like myth that you can't be, like, you can't belong to an identity group and have some prejudices against that group, right? That it's... And especially in this case, Ethan is doing some kind of, I don't know, like, I think he sees, the Orthodox people he sees in Israel, he sees them as somehow like a negative stereotype threat. And so he feels the need to, like, be like, these people stink, they're terrible, they're blah, blah, blah. And yeah, he calls them inbred. as a way to distance himself from them, to say like, I'm not like that. I'm not the bad kind of.
Inbred consistently throughout his career.
Inbred, ultra-Orthodox psychopaths.
Zero punishment. Hassan interviewing a Houthi pirate.
The Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Zero punishment. Hassan watching terrorist propaganda with zero critical
They
commentary.
do like,
What is
they do
this?
musicals. They're very musical people.
Are
No,
you being serious?
Zero punishment. Hassan threatening a sitting congressperson. This one actually blew my mind. When I saw he tweeted that, I said, he's done after this for sure. For sure he is.
For those that may not recognize this weapon, I'll
No, MA, Hassan is just doing the whole trope of like somebody's socially conservative, somebody's like a redneck, somebody's a hick, and you calling them inbred. Like that's where he's coming from. And I still think it's I'm not a super fan of like using inbred as an insult. And yeah, it would be, oh, here we go. This is the, oh, Tom Cotton, wasn't he? This is the guy that's basically saying, we're encouraging people to run over protesters.
explain. Shinzo Abe is a former Japanese prime minister. He served from 2012 to 2020. He was assassinated in July of 22 in a stunning fashion that left the Japanese public horrified. He was killed with a makeshift weapon that the shooter had built himself
Nario, thank you for the $5 Canadian.
at home. So when Hassan saw this tweet that he didn't like, he posted the schematics in what can only be presumed as an invitation.
Not that he was showing, oh my God. Like literally this guy that he's replying to is the one that is like encouraging violence against protesters.
To someone in his fan base to build this weapon and then assassinate this sitting congressperson who wrote a tweet he did not like. I genuinely do not know how he didn't land himself in prison for making terroristic threats.
Yeah, it's strange. Wow, if he was making terroristic threats, you'd think he would be in prison. Funny how the federal government does not see it that way. I guess they're woke like Dan Clancy, right? I guess the federal government, the FBI, they're biased towards the pro-Palestinian side of things? Really? Is that what we're going with? Is that your final answer, Ethan? That is some weak shit. That is some weak shit right there.
Zero punishment.
Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods.
And this isn't just a Hassan problem. It underscores a disturbing trend among leftists on Twitch. The problem is, if you can believe it, these people are frequently making death threats and facing zero consequence. I know it's...
Oh, this is definitely a Destiny talking point.
But I assure you, it's very real.
Listen, I'll up the number, okay? 30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear.
Bro, that Destiny guy needs to get Not gonna fucking lie.
It would just be so easy to just, it will solve all of our problems. Like we would have socialism now at this point, right? We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and it would be so easy.
Thing that happens, I mean, like, holy shit, guys. If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
Actually, Mike from PA, the dude that...
DGG. That's a Photoshop picture from literally that community. Yeah, it gets worse as it goes, doesn't it?
Stuck in the before image of a transformation story, did receive a 3-day ban.
This man put a bounty on a fellow streamer's head. This man should not be getting a 3-day suspension. He should be getting a knock on his door from the FBI.
I made this video for 2 reasons. First, to stop Hassan infiltrating
We gotta stop him. He's infiltrating the mainstream media.
By many mainstream outlets. They view him as a friendly social democrat, as someone who's just trying to spread progressive politics online to an important demographic. But we know that's not true. He is not their friend or their ally. If you ever see Hassan rubbing shoulders with anyone from mainstream media, let them know politely, with all the civility in the world, what kind of person he is when he thinks mainstream media isn't watching. Help them understand that his name should be associated
He wore nail polish
with people like Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones. other fringe radical political commentators.
But I thought you were 95% like his views politically. Are you, Ethan Klein, to also be associated with Nick Fuentes? Read the tweet that Hassan was responding to. Are you talking, Vadim, are you talking about the Tom Cotton tweet?
Number 2, Twitch must be held accountable. Twitch has proven that it will not change by choice, and so it is our moral imperative to enact that change through any reasonable means that we can. Samsung.
Okay, so here's the deal. Ethan Klein at one time fought off what I believe was an unjust copyright claim from some parkour asshole. But the case became a precedent. The case set new law because nobody had ever taken something like fair use to court. And, you know, Ethan sticking with that case, I think, was a, you know, something that promoted free exchange of ideas. Because if we start if I can copyright claim you for responding to my video, then you never really get to criticize me, do you? And vice versa, right? And he's going to go from this to being like, no, go after their sponsors. Do an adpocalypse. Fuck everyone up. Cause massive amounts of collateral damage, particularly to smaller creators, in an effort to make things as hard on this guy that I hate, and he's getting really popular, and people want to talk to him, and they're bringing him on mainstream news outlets. Yeah, call all of his, you know, just fucking, this is the nuke. This is the nuke. And this is why you don't nuke. This is why you don't have a nuclear first strike strategy, because when somebody fires off a nuke, everybody fires off a nuke. And that's bad for all of us. So please do not nuke.
Norilio super chatted $11.58. Ethan, Zionist, Klein amaze me with his stupidity.
He is pretty amazing in that regard, Norilio. Thank you for the super chat.
Chevron, and Capcom. Twitch has given them a lasting association with a racial tier list with Arabs at the top and Jews at the bottom. These brands have every right.
He's so full of shit.
We all recall YouTube's adpocalypse. It happened when ads were running over ISIS recruitment videos, and it caused a brand exodus. The same thing is happening now on
He literally wants to cause one. Oh my God.
Hamas and Hezbollah. Dan Clancy's refusal to moderate extremists is the only reason for any of this. He is the sole person to blame. He had so many opportunities to stop this. Ultimately, after dedicating months of my life to creating this video, I am left with one overwhelming conclusion. Fuck this dude.
Empathy for women who struggle to tell men to stop because they're so terrified while they're being raped, Destiny decides to insult these women's emotional maturity and call them retarded children. According to a neuroscience article in the journal Nature
Oh no, chat, we rolled right over to the Destiny nuke. I didn't even notice that. How many subs has he lost now? Let's check. I hate that we got to go to Snark, but 10,000 subs in 1 hour. Is there an update here? The Olivia situation. First of all, the content nuke is so laughable, but what I want to discuss is how he treated Olivia, how transphobic he is. It's so weird because he's so gung-ho saying that Boblax's pronouns are he, him, which later he confirmed that Boblax doesn't care which pronouns are used. He was trying to argue that pronouns aren't that deep, so then just say they, them. I don't get it, except that he is transphobic. Okay, this is a weirdly written post. Ooh, why are all the episodes of Leftovers still up on the channel? It's because Ethan's getting paid from this. These videos still make ad money. He doesn't want to lose that. He must not care about platforming a terrorist that much. Okay, maybe let's see, what was this one? Okay. Okay, down 10,000 subs in less than 1 hour. We're looking at the H3. I feel like I have a better Geiger counter sound asset than. Hey man. Oh geez, and he's friends with Keemstar now. How ironic! There we see the Keemstar content nuke. All right, so what are we looking for? Oh.
Hey man, I have no idea.
Yeah. So. Oh wait. Let's do some math here. All right. So here it says 5.6776 million. Down 10,000 in 1 hour. So it started off at 5.77. And now it is at 5.74. That is 30,000 subscribers that have left the H3 Productions channel. Whoa. Oh, there's a close-up of Ethan flipping out on Olivia.
You stupid fucking woke fucks.
This is the thing, Ethan. Look, Turkey Tom can get away with saying that. Nicholas Diorio can get away with saying that. Chud Logic can get away with saying that. You are going to have problems. This is why you're... Oh, Gabby, thank you for the super sticker. I'm trying to think of a pun with lemon and like the word, but I can't think of it. Lemon character bowing his head while spreading hearts with his arms.
I'm being respectful. No, why are you assuming his pronouns? Assuming his pronouns.
Jesus Christ. It's so painful to watch. And like Olivia's just trying to help him out here. Olivia's just like, hey, you know, if you don't know, they, them is a good thing to default to.
Clarify. It's annoying because people come. By the way, so pathetically ridiculous when people are trying in good faith to make an effort and be respectful. Like, you guys are fucking wrong. Can we please think a little fucking deeper than that? It's time to fucking get your shit together, okay? That's how we do it around here, guys.
I guess so. This is a thing. Like this.
So dumb and pathetic in the chat.
Oh my god.
Literally wait till
Nobody. There's
Sorry. Here, let's try that again.
Comes out and says like, you can call me he. Like literally.
Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm not listening to this again. I'm not. Hassan is currently touring the Japanese Communist Party building.
not a single dissenting voice.
What is this?
With his fucking straight up radical, anti-American, anti-Semitic.
Oh, you want some of this?
Oh shit, I forgot about this.
Fucking pro-China, pro-Russia,
pro-capybara,
pro-terrorism takes. This is fringe, psychotic shit that is not normal.
Chat, what is the capybara eating?
And it is the only acceptable voice on Twitch. Explain that to me. How is there not one
the only acceptable voice on Twitch? Yes, Asmongold has been gulagged. XQC is, well, actually, I don't even know. Is XQC on Kick now?
Dissenting voice on that entire platform.
Mushroom. Oh, mushroom ears.
Yeah, WB, they kind of do it in a weird way though. There's some weird things I've noticed. Right? They do like a moment of, what is it? Like, are they leeks? Oh my god, I love leeks. Leeks are the best. Do capybaras eat leeks? I'm glad they had his size. You know, that was kind of he really lucked out that they have his size of outfit there.
On that political
It's calling a minority group inbred, which results in a permanent ban. Okay. Okay, has anyone else done that?
Yeah, Ashkenazi Jews were all inbred. That's why we all have all these
Yikes.
Really?
neurological diseases.
Holy shit.
Because back in the day, we had our little village and we fucking ran around in our little suits. And nobody wanted to fuck us, so we're like, well, we'll fuck each other. And to be honest, there's like stinky suit where like, bro, you have to be very generous to fuck a Hasidic Jew, right?
I'm making everyone uncomfortable.
How am I gonna say to that?
I mean, well, I've lived in Israel for 5 years, so they wear the suits, they got the hats, they don't shower nearly enough. When it's 1,000,000 degrees outside, they rock the black suit. They stink, bro. They stink, and you know they don't shave. You've seen their face. Imagine what their dicks look like.
And again, this is just, this is just negative stereotype threat shit going on, right? That, where you pick on somebody within your identity in order to distance yourself from them and say, like, I'm not like that.
Me, a 40-year-old child, was duped by Hamas Piker. That's Hassan groomed me and I was a neurodivergent minor at the ripe age of 40.
Damn. Proud of his like to dislike ratio, even though most people who would have disliked it watched it via Twitch. Oh yeah, that's right. Denim's had like 40K viewers. Oh yeah, the other thing that I wanted to mention, chat. Yeah, well, I think I did. Yeah, there was a few things that he got. There was a lot that he got wrong. I'm like, I hope I mentioned it. I hope I pushed back on it all. I did pre-watch this a few times just to try to, make sure that I wasn't gonna. Now I'm just like thinking back. Wait, did I say that in Discord chat, or did I say that on stream? Oh, this person thinks that Ethan is soft launching to the right wing. I mean, he did complain about wokeness today. Is that what do you think he's trying to do that? Do you think that he's given up on his lefty audience and that he's just like, all right, I still have people that like Hassan. I still have people that don't like it when I do the, anti-Hassan content. What do I need to do? Oh, yeah, I know. I'll yell about wokeness. Anyway, was the fire hydrant of misinformation? Pretty much. All right, speaking of fire hydrants, we're about to be drinking out of the fire hydrant. Oh my god, chat, it's very close. Okay, so, yeah, Jink and Anna attack Francesca. Seems to be winning. But it's only at 2% higher than TYT on Elon's salute. 318 of you have voted. I hope that anywhere close to that many have also liked the stream, because that helps me out a lot. We're about to get some bonus content here, chat. I do believe we can have some bonus content. And it looks like it's going to be, Jink and Anna attack Francesca. Unless there's anybody who's donated or who wants to donate, and you want to put your money where your mouth is by telling me where to put your donation as a percentage. Anybody else want to get on the board? You can still vote if you haven't already, too. I'll keep on looking at the tally. Because it is so close. It's 35 versus 37. But yeah, it looks like the Jink versus Jink and Anna attack Francesca has got more motion, as they say. The question is, do I have this in my... Oh my god.